Okay. I'm guessing everything's good. Check, check. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm kind of bored of working on like the mute and solo and stuff, so I'm just gonna kind of move on to the EQs. So yeah, chat's open. Okay. So I just need to take, for example, the clipper, and I need to make a copy of that one, and that will be my EQs. So let's go processors, and let's do directory, and let's say EQs, or just say EQ. And let's see. Yeah, okay. So sure, okay. And then let's rename these. I guess we'll do the graphic EQ first. I wonder if I should name this graphic EQ or if I should name it the actual, like the model name that I'm going to come up with, because I guess it's possible that I'll do another graphic EQ in the future. Yeah, okay. So the API one, or I'm sorry, not the API one, yeah, API. That's the 560, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So let's do LV60 graphic EQ. Cool. And then I gotta also do the editors. Let's take the Clipper editors. I just realized I need to put the word processor in the other ones. So here we go. Good. Okay. All right. So what do we have to do? Let's see. Oh yeah, we need a block. Cool. So we got to do our parameters, and we got to do our everything's. Wait, why? Apparently I renamed the clipper to this. Okay. Oh well, we'll fix that later. Yeah, okay, so let's start what we got here. Start that, and let me hit a reload. See if that goes away. Okay. So that, okay. Okay, nothing in there, really. Okay, how's this work again? Okay, I put the parameters in here. Okay. So why isn't it able to see them? Ambiguous symbol. Okay, maybe because this is renamed. what was that called before? It was just called Clipper. Is there a way I can check? I'm gonna do this off screen real quick so I can go to GitHub. Oh, okay, it's in my public GitHub, so that's okay. Comment channel strip. Clipper, just Clipper processor, okay. So rename to Clipper, also rename okay. Okay. Does that fix it? Maybe. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go. I'm in the wrong one, but yeah. Ambiguous symbol. Oh yeah, so that's now. Yeah, okay. I gotta do this. It was just a mistake I had made. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna take that and we're gonna. Brother. Clipper processor. Place all. Then go here and do the same thing. Place all. And then I'm gonna have to do it for the editor as well. And now I can probably come back here and do Clipper editor. Yep. What's up with this? Oh, I probably didn't. Yeah, this. Clipper processor. Okie dokie. Does that fix everything? Okay. All right. So now we get the graphic EQ. Okay, I kind of thought that was going to fix this. Okay, it did fix something. So let's see. Must have a return type. Oh, there we go. So take all of these. Not sure why that happened. That's kind of strange. Nah. Let's do this. Parameters. Okay, that fixed that. And then okay. I think I probably need to go into this thing. Yep. Okay, so we'll do K LV60 graphic EQ. Graphic EQ. Okie dokie. And then we should be able to come here. Yep. And the same thing happened. Okay, so we do this. We do LV graphic, and then same thing. LV. We gotta add it up here, right? Yeah. So editor includes has all of our things in it. So yeah. Oh, it's inside of the EQ folder. LV graphic EQ editor. That ought to do it. Then is there also a DSP one? Yeah, processor includes. Right here. And we got include EQ, and that ought to do it. And then not sure what's up with that, but oh, I did this in the wrong spot. Okay, this is the fallback one. Okay, yeah, okay, I messed up. Okay, test editor, and what I got to do is come up here, right here, LV60 graphic. Yeah, graphic. Okay, how did I do that? I don't know. Then we gotta go back to the Clipper one. Clipper processor. Clipper editor. That ought to fix that. And what's up with this? Graphic EQ. Let's see. Okay. Let's also do this. Okay, and this. Do I have to change any of the includes? Oh, that looks good. Okay. Let me take this. Where is it at? Right here. That'll do it. Okay, and then same thing right here. I don't know why it's still getting an error. What's wrong with this? Did I rename it or something? Retort globals, oversampling. This is missing an include. I don't know how that happened. Okay, that's weird. Let me okay. What do we need? Probably juice, what, like audio utils? No, what is it? Isn't there one that's just called core, probably. Just core, maybe? Okay. And this is looking at graphic EQ process block, okay. Which no, that's not right. It's trying to look at yeah, it's trying to look at this one, but how does the connection work? Because I don't see. Okay, let's see. Base processor. Drive. Clip type oversampling is in. Okay, so this one can see it. Clipper editor, clipper processor. Okay. Not sure. Oh, let me look at this. Nope, it's in. Okay. Oh, was it just misspelled and I didn't notice? That's probably what it was. Okay. Now what about this graphic EQ editor? So if we got graphic EQ editor, okay, and then oh, something happened. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, these got to go out one more level because I put it in a folder. And then that, okay. We gotta change all of those. Okay. Does that build? Cool. Does it break when I load stuff in? Here's the clipper. Here's 58, which is nothing. Test. Nothing. Test, nothing. Okay. The other thing I need to do is in the processor utils. This is doing something wrong. Yeah, processor here. Okay, so that should. So name, category. Okay, so. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see. Cool. Broke. All right, yeah, let me just debug it and see what happens. Wow, that's really helpful. Thank you. Okay. I don't, maybe I missed another spot that I have to put something in. So if I go to what? If I go to, okay, let's see if I get here. Nope. Okay. Let's see if I get, okay, never mind. I didn't know there's that many files open. Let's see if I get here. Oh, this is rebuild editor. Okay, so let's go to add editor. See how far we get. If I was working on this project every day, I probably wouldn't have these problems, but okay, so we got there. Okay, we got there. And we did not get past editor being null or not. So we failed here. Create editor for processor. Okay, so that's going to be in that utils, right? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Match found. Whatever. Looking up. No match found. Well, you would think it wouldn't crash. That's the whole point of this fallback right here, but I don't know. Okay. Okay. Okay, it says match found. Okay. Well, we can get rid of that. So, yeah. Did I remember to set the name? Let's see if, oh, see if that's the problem. There we go. Okay. I guess this is, I mean, I guess it's not the best, especially if you're not working on it every day. You're gonna forget these little things, but in fact, it probably would be better to set this dynamically whenever you create one, maybe. Like instead of taking in just an ID, we could also take in a string. I don't know. That may work. That might not. work with the other functions. So let's get cracking on some EQ. This should be pretty simple. Did I end up let's see, units, modules. Oh, there's a whole, oh, apparently I made a whole graphic EQ module already. I don't even remember doing this. Okay, well, there we go. All right, so what I'm gonna do is in the graphic EQ process block, we need to grab that, so that goes in modules. Oh, sorry. Let's see, we go out, then we gotta go out one more time. Now it's modules and graphic EQ. Okay. So I can get rid of the clipping stuff and the compensate and the distortion type and that. Okie dokie. Let's get rid of these. Actually, yeah, I'll get rid of up to there. We're probably going to have some kind of gain parameters smooth anyway, so let's leave that. Let's see. We don't need this. We don't need this. Cool, okay. All right, so simple. Let's do, we get to our DSP, I guess is what it was. Graphic EQ. Okay. Okay. Let's process block. So this will be upsample block and num sample. What? Non-constant is because it's, yeah, okay. And then let's also hit a prepare. It takes in a spec. Yeah, okay. What do we got here? We got, okay, yeah, we got a spec. Okay, easy. So let's do our parameters. For now, let's just do gains. So we'll do yeah, okay. And this is the perfect job for AI. I don't feel like writing. Make me a way to have 10 gain params named thinking. You don't need to think that hard. Perfect. think this is kind of what I was going for. Oh wait, do I have to worry about the... Okay, handle it here, the extra ID stuff. Okay, that should be fine. Actually, let me give it the full context. I messed up. Okay, this looks like it'll work. See, I don't need the drive or clip. Well, actually, I am going to have a drive. Let's get rid of the clip type. Okay, good. All right, so now what we'll do is we'll take in, yep, that, okay. And how do we update the graphic EQ? We do, set filter parameters and we give it, a vector of gain values. Okay, that works. So let's do, drive smoothers and gain smoothers. Okay. Yep, drive, gain, okay. Oh wait, is that already, do I already have the smoothing in here? Don't think so. It may not be necessary, but I'm just going to do it anyway. So here we go, update parameters, what we'll do. This is what I need to do. So the gain smoothers, there's 10 of them. But the drive smoothers is only going to be the 2. Well, actually, it's going to be 20. And 2. Okay, so gain and drive. Okay, cool. So what we'll do is, oh, wait. Yeah, the smoothing, okay, I don't need that. And if we do end up needing it, we're going to put it in the graphic EQ class, not up here. So this is fine. So yeah, we'll update the drive, and then what we'll do is, I'm guessing like this. And this is kind of ugly, so let's, Yep. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that may not be necessary, but we'll write it this way, have ChatGPT simplify it, and then we can use the pattern for any of the other modules. Okay, so let's do that, and I'm just gonna write it this dumb way first. So we'll do that, and then this will be okay, game 1. Yep, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At least this way, you know, it's not gonna break, even though it's kind of dumb and long. With the enum, you're not gonna accidentally try to read something that's not actually in there. Okay, and then so we'll do const auto gain array is equal to kind of strange the way it's doing that. Okay, and then we could probably just do graphic eq dot set filter parameters and give it that gain array. Boom. Nice. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's try simplifying this real quick. Array of floats, num bands. Yeah, okay. So named indices do this instead of 10. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Yeah, let's do that. Much better. Num bands, which should be 10. Is that defined up here? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Where is it at? Num bands. Okay, yeah. Const expert. Yep. Okay. Good. And we'll just do this. This needs to be a. Well, actually, this could take in an array. It might be better. I just always default to vector, but I think array would make a difference. Although no, because I would need to know the size every time. Well, this is the graphic EQ, so yeah, let's not break it. Let's just make a vector of floats, and this will be gains, and we'll say gains.reserve. That ought to work. Doing this with a vector might not be the most efficient, but I don't think it's really that big a deal. Okay, cool. So now we got to put the actual parameters in here. And again, I'm just gonna have ChatGPT do it. Let's see, gain IDs plus string ID. Is that right? I guess so. Okay. We'll fix it if that's not right. And it wants the static cast. Yep. Okay, we should be able to tell if it crashes if we just run it and then try to open. Let's see, click type. Where's that at? Yeah. Okay, so no. Click menu. Okay. We got something. Gain value size equal to cutoff. Okay, so gain values apparently is 0. So I must have made a mistake. This might need to be a reference. Oh, yeah. We gotta do just push back, right? Gains dot push back. Yeah. It was doing the array method, which is to it uses the just like set it equal to. Oh, same thing. So filter parameter gain value size 0. Okay, so we can test oh, this isn't supposed to be gain size. This is supposed to be this. Oh. Because gain size is 0 right now. Okay, there we go. Should be good. Is there a way we could test this without a GUI? Not really. I'll just have to put some test sliders in there and see. So let's see. Yep. Okay. Here we go. We can get rid of the clipper type menu for sure, and the attachment. I guess I'll leave the combo box method for now. Let's go get rid of all this stuff. Okay, that was easy. Drive slider. We'll leave the drive slider in for now. We'll just take it out of here. Okay, so we need, let's just do a regular. An array of juice sliders. It'll be 10. And then I'll say main slider. In fact, yeah, we'll take out the dry one too. We'll put them all under one array. That makes things easier. And yeah, let's do that. It's not bad to just start from scratch. Okay, so I think it will be useful to have a long enum for this. Well, actually, yeah. Just call it sliders. And we'll do K gain 1. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We also need drive, and we might have some filters as well. In fact, yeah, let's do a low pass and high pass. And we could they don't have to be on vertically like this. We can, I'm sure people who are better at keyboard shortcuts are losing their mind. Okay, so we're gonna have what's the last one? Oh yeah, I forgot. So do num sliders like that. Yep. Okay. That'll do it. Cool. Okay, so we'll have set slider props. Let's make it pretty simple for now. Yep, set slider props. For now, it will just take in, so we'll say set slider style to the linear horizontal. And then we'll do slider dot set. What's the other thing we kind of have to do? I guess the text box style. Text box. Then false. I don't know, it doesn't really matter right now. Okay. And then add and make visible, of course. Okay, cool. So let's, I guess we could just loop, do auto slider in, main sliders, set slider props, pass in slider. And that'll do it. Oh wait, we gotta, this is a reference, right? Yeah, okay. So, oh, also, yeah, there's the label, which we don't even need that. So that's the sliders. We can copy that to resize, and then we can just do something like console y is 0. And what we'll do is set bounds 0, y, get width, and we'll do get height divided by what is it, num sliders, and then just add a little bit of padding to that, maybe num sliders plus 2 or something. And then y plus equals this. Equal to this. That ought to do it. So not const. Okay, cool. So that should at least put some sliders up on the screen. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 10. Okay, so that's the 10 gains. And then what we could do is have the like high pass, drive, low pass. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, we just gotta fix this. How high is the little header area? It's in the base editor. Font size, width, height, draw header and footer. Okay, yeah, 10%. Okay. So the Y is really gonna be get height times, maybe let's give it a little bit of padding. And let's do juice round int. Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. Let's see. We also want an X position at something like get width times maybe 2. So a little bit, not quite at a quarter. So we can do that. And then we can also do something similar for the width. So we can do get width. So from 2 to 20 would be leaving 40 over, so 60. Cool. Let's see. Cool. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. So what we'll do is after we set all the slider props, we will do something different for the high pass. Oh, why does that keep happening? So the drive. Oh wait, okay, whatever. We'll just let me just write this out and see if it's done. Let's see, I can't do that. Why not? Oh wait. No, it's still not right. Matches argument type slider and array slider, aka Drew slider. Candidate is considered. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. Okay, so then, and oh, I forgot. Something happened with my move command. That, and then we'll make this rotary vertical drag. Cool. And then what we'll do is that'll handle the type of slider. And what we'll do is down here, bypass one. So we'll do set bounds. X will be correct. I guess Y will be somewhat correct. Width will be a new width. So we'll do this. Let's see. Divided by 3. And I guess we'll make the height equal to width. Okay. X plus equals width, so we can put the next one. Okay. Then we'll do drive. Then we'll do low pass. All right, let's see if that works for us. I think they're down here for some reason. 1, 2, 3, 6, 10. Y plus equals height. Okay, so set bound X Y, width, and width. Maybe that's way too much. Let's just do this to simplify it. I mean, I see them. They're way down here. Oh, I wonder if this is in front of them. That's strange. Let's get rid of those two sliders at the bottom and see what happens. I don't get it. Width X, Y, height, X plus equals. Oh, you know what? This first X needs to be 0 or yeah. So let's do this. Reset it to 0 right here. Oh, actually, that might not have been the problem. I see them. Why are they so low? Main sliders, high pass, bounds, X, Y. I could just reset Y to something else. I just don't understand why this isn't working. So let's do whatever. We'll just do a juice live const. Somewhere around 8, I guess. There we go. Okay. That's actually pretty good. Okay. And let's not do that. So our sliders are taking up 60%, which means each rotary one needs to take up 20%. Okay. So it actually needs to be divided by 5. And that ought to work. And then I'm not really sure about the height. Let's just do this for now, because I think they will be in the correct spot at least, and then we can take a look. Oh, that's almost perfect. Okay, that's good enough for now. Well, we can test it out. All right, cool. So we need some... What do we need? Some attachments. So let's do... Okay, yeah. Let's do. Let's do a array of attachments, but it actually it has to be a vector. Of unique pointers to all your processor values for state. Then slider attachment. Yep. Okay. Main slider attaches. Okay. What's that? And then what we could do? Can we do this easily? Can we get the num bands? Okay, yeah, we should be able to do that. So what we'll do is actually, instead of looping through the sliders, I think parameters, num bands. Oh, you can't do that. Right. So what we'll do is I'll just do a boomer loop. And then what we'll do is say where are the slider attaches? That dot in place back, and we'll make unique. Okay. Like that. And let's do this. So we need the tree. So processor ref gets tree state. Then we need the parameter, which is going to be LV6 parameters, gain IDs, I, and then main sliders, I, but we have to add the ID get, I forgot what I called it. Your processor ID. And let's see, this needs to probably be wrapped in juice string. And that'll work, I think. Let's make sure it doesn't crash. And that's only attaching the 1 through 10 bands. We'll have to do the drive and the filters after. So let's make sure this works. Okay, cool. And they're attached, and it looks like they're attached to the right parameters. So we should be able to test this. Okay. Let's see what we get here. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's see if the ranges are good. So the first one's 33 or whatever. Next one's 60. Then 125. And 250. 500. That one could probably be wider. as can that one. And that one. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I'll leave them like that. Yeah, let's leave them like that for now. That's pretty thin. Crazy. I think we should widen that one up. How's this work? Huh? Let's do Q. So let's do I equals we'll do something like and then else Q. So let's just try that real quick. Oh, way too much of a difference. What is it by default? 2, almost 3. Actually, let me do a live conflict. Me increase the okay. Now the one below it. Okay, cool. It overlaps. Okay, I think that's probably good. Oh, it's going the wrong way. Wait. Isn't it set to this by default to 9? Also, why is it not getting narrower? Oh, gain minus. Okay, yeah. Maybe we'll do something like this. Q is equal to that, then we do something, and then else this, our default one. That, and then we'll do this. think 49 was good. And let's do this. Be a good little programmer and actually, we'll just do. Actually, yeah. Stat const expr float. Say m. We'll say m. This is the hardest part, coming up with names. Top band Q. And that'll be 0.49, whatever. Then let's do just band Q, and this is gonna be that. Band Q. A little less confusing, and what we could do is const last item index, or actually let's say end. Wait, let's do this. And then const int, and then we say end item. What? Okay, so we define what our end item index is, and then Q will check if I is that, and that's a little more readable. Come back when we come back later. Let's see what we get. We need to make sure that that change in the queue doesn't affect the other ones. Okay, that looks good. And then the last one, yeah, it looks wider. I don't know, it could still be better. Maybe that one shouldn't change queue. Let's just make it huge. Oh, that breaks it. This is, I thought the juice filters go up to like 10, but I must be thinking of something else. Yeah, it looks a little better. I still feel like the queue is changing too much. Let's see, where's that handled again? Okay, what we could do is add a multiplier here, and that should allow us to change how much of a difference the Q makes whenever we're changing the gain. Let's put this on my other screen. Kidoki, let's see. So it gets pretty thin right there. Let's see. Oh, wrong direction. Okay. Okay, let's see how that behaves. Oh. Yeah, I guess, okay, yeah, I see what happened. Okay, it blew up because we extended too far. So what we'll have to do is I mean, I could just wrap it in a clamp or a J limit or whatever. But what would be the correct behavior? Oh, we should do, instead of that, we should do gains from -15 to 15. So 0.1 would be 1.5. So 0.05 would be 75 or whatever. So that would be, and then we could just do plus this, I think. Top band is what, about it's 0.95. So let's do 0.5 just for testing. And this will go between 0 and what, 7.5. So we got to do even more. We'll start at 1.5, whatever. Let's just see what happens. My brain's not really working right now, so we'll just play with the values until it works. Honestly, just saying static is probably a good thing. Let's pick this up. I do see it changing, but not until you get to really big values. Okay. I don't know, maybe I'm happy with that. It doesn't blow up. Okay. Okay, let's leave it like that. So that was 0. Oh, that was 0.1. And let's just make sure that I save the right value. Yep. Okay. Cool. All right. Okay, so we need I guess 2 low pass filters. Uh One important thing we need to do that I just realized the other day, we gotta go to the main processor. And process. So whenever some DAWs do like scanning and doing some kind of eval on the plugin, it sometimes will pass in a sample rate of 0 and fail plugins that can't um fix that problem. So what you got to do is come here and say can process equals sample rate above 0. So is locked, or actually, no, I'm not gonna. I think it might be better to actually do another one by itself. Okay, cool. So that will fix scanning issues. So yeah, I mean, that was simple, but didn't want to forget. So we'll come back to the process block. We'll get where are we at? Yeah, okay. We're actually not gonna oversample the filters, right? We don't really need to. Hmm, what happens if I give it the regular block? Okay, so let's do this, and then let's try and oversample and see what happens. Okay, I guess. Okay, so that doesn't break. The reason I was worried about it breaking it is because there's basically 5 instances of each of these process blocks, and only one of them is ever processed at a time. So I was thinking if we're oversampling it like 2 times, then the sample rate's gonna be 2 times the sample rate, and then that's gonna kind of force us to oversample anyway. Although the oversample, yeah, so the oversampler actually processes the sample up. So even yeah, okay, I guess we're good. And then how is the oversampling working? Oversampling choice plus, yeah, okay. Let's see if the processing time performance goes up. Yeah, it does. So we are. I would have thought that, oh wait, we are processing samples up. Let's see if we, comment that out in this. Get a couple of changes here. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, good. And that doesn't mess up our response, right? No. Okay. All right, good. Okay, so that means we'll be able to just only oversample the distortion. So real quick, let's get a high pass and low pass. Linkwitz-Riley filter. And filters. And cool. So we do the graphic EQ. Say filter, prepare, spec, and then we filters, okay, high pass, set type is gonna be DSP, Linkwitz-Riley filter type, where is it at? Yep. High pass, that'll work. Okay. Pass, okay. And yeah, so we do that. Then we will do this. Process. This will be juice DSP. What is it? Process context replacing. This will be block. Wait, sorry. Like this. Block. Okay, so that's the filters processing. And we're gonna need cutoff parameters for them. So let's just do this. Check, check. Okay. Add our parameters. Okay, and I'm gonna make a range that's logarithmically skewed for the cutoff. So we'll do. Well, actually, I don't think we can make it const. So let's just do. I'll just make it explicit. Normalizable range float range. I forgot what the constructor takes. I don't know why it's not showing me. Start end interval, or yeah, start end interval. Okay, and then we'll do range dot set skew for center 1000 works pretty well, and then we will do this. High pass. This will be range for these two values, and then that one will be the default, and this is the high pass, so that'll be 20. And let's also do the low pass. Low 2, 3. Excellent. And we need to put that in here. So for these, I'll just use std unique pointers, and we'll do m hp attach, m lp attach, and then we're also going to add the drive there. Okay. HP attach is equal to this. Except this is going to be the tree state. Yes, this is going to be HP. And this is going to be sliders K HP. And add an extra. Yes, because we're not. Yeah, okay. So that should work for the high pass. Let's get the low pass in here and we'll be able to test it. So LP attach uses the LP cutoff, and we got to give it the LP slider, and we should be good to go. Cancel that. Let's go to standalone. Where's that? Right there. Debug. Yep, looks like it worked because this is down at the bottom and this one's down at the top. Okay, so that's good. It's kind of annoying to not see any labels, but we'll get to that. All right, so let's do the drive. Oh, also let's see if it's actually filtering. Oh, but I didn't. We got one more step we didn't do. We got to go into the process block thing, and we have to go down here to update parameters, and we'll say const auto. Oh, sorry, not in here. I don't know what I was thinking. Let's do it after that. Auto HP cutoff is equal to parameters. HP cutoff. Git. Cool. Okay. And then we'll do filters. KHP dot set cutoff frequency. HP cutoff. Yep. And filters LP, and that should do it. So hopefully we open Plugin Doctor and we see a little filter at the bottom and the top. What am I looking at? Perfect. Okay. Yep, we got us a filter here. And 1000 is in the middle. Yep, okay. Same thing here. 1000-ish, sure. Yep, okay, good. And lastly, we'll do a quick little drive. I will do some research and more focused work on making the drives, but for now, just to make sure that our stuff is connected and everything, we're just gonna do a really simple drive here. So I've got drive smoothers. Yes. Okay, so what we'll do, I think I will make a block processor down here and do like void process drive, process saturation. And that'll take in reference to a block. Let's also take in null samples, constant null samples. Okay. So let's see, I'm feeling real lazy, so I'm gonna go copy. Yeah, and Ripper, there's probably one. What we got here? DSP. Have anything down here? What's this? Here we go. Okie. And we'll do const float drive equal m drive smoothers channel get next value. Then we'll do something like const float yn is equal to, let's just do something real simple. KNH distortion. So xn times drive. That ought to do it. What's your problem? It is a reference. Oh, const. Yeah, okay. Cool. So now what we'll do is say, upsample block is equal to that. Then we'll say process saturation with block. Oh no, I'm sorry, upsampled block. And we'll do buffer. Getting them samples, I think works. Okay. And we'll need our actual attachment. So this will be similar to these, I guess. Oh, what happened? Okay, so this is going to be, I think I called it drive attach. Yep. Cool. And drive ID. A drive, okay. And what is our actual drive value? 0 to 30. I don't know, let's do 10. And one thing I want to do, the process block here, raw drive is equal to that. And then let's say const auto safe drive is equal to juice j limit 0.0 to, I don't know, let's say 100. Raw drive. And then we'll use that safe drive to do that. Yes, okay. In fact, 100 is kind of crazy. Maybe. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. So I think that's all we need. This was already here, so there's that step that we don't have to do. All right, yeah, let's see. Okay, yep, we got a little bit of drive here. Let's look at the waveform real quick. Yeah, it's rounding off a little bit. And there we go. We got drive. Okay. And we'll probably that's interesting. Why is it pushing up 30 hertz? That's weird. What we'll do is, I guess it's where the okay, wherever the cutoff is giving us a little bump. That's kind of cool. Now the problem with this, we have the distortion after. So if we do a lot of EQ stuff that is adding a lot of amplitude, we're gonna eventually kick in some drive, I think. Yeah, right in the mid range, we're gonna start actually oh, because our test signal's at 1K and this is the 1K. Yeah, so in fact, it might be more accurate to the harmonic. No, we're still kind of. Is there a way to? I don't know if there's a way to view this in Plugin Doctor, but yeah. So how should we handle this? Pushing into the drive is cool, but not everybody's gonna want that because it's probably not gonna take but a little bit of these EQ moves to actually push the distortion. So we could just put it before, but I mean, this is kind of cool right here, where it gives you a bump at the filter cutoffs. I guess let's move it before and just see what it looks like. Yeah, no more filter bump. And then this probably isn't going to change the wave shape anymore whenever we change well, it's changing the shape a tiny bit, but it's not actually pushing into distortion. So here we go. That's one case. So it's just changing the volume. It's not driving it. Yeah. Okay. Is there a way that we can put the distortion after, but not push it too hard? This may need to be a discussion for another day. Definitely not going to solve it in 10 minutes. So, okay, cool. Let's save our progress. Add 560 Q and attachments. Ooh. All right. Well. Oh, hey, how's it going? I was about to log off, so sorry about that. But I'll answer your question. Let's see. This is a stupid question, but how are people using C-Line with Juice? Well, C-Line is a C++ and C IDE. Thought you could only export Juice projects to Xcode or Visual Studio. That's if you're using the Producer, which I don't use anymore. I just make the project with CMake. I have a video on how to do it. Basically, if we look at the project, so let's close all the source. Instead of a Producer file project thing, we have a CMake list, and this has a lot of the same kind of properties and settings that the Producer would have, but we're not bound to the Producer now. We can just treat the Juice plugin like any other C++ project that isn't Juice related. And if you go to my channel, let's see. Toward DSP videos. I've got this right here somewhere. Right here. Juice project using CMake 2025 with C-Lion. And I also said, oh right, so Xcode and VS Code. So because it's using CMake, I show you how to create the project either using C-Lion or Xcode or in VS Code. So you can go and watch that and see how I do it. But yeah, using the Producer is kind of annoying. It's cool to have your project set up like any other C++ project. So yeah, go give that a watch. I hope that's helpful. I don't know if you're gonna respond back, but you could go to the description of this video and join our Discord server, and then you can ask me more questions there. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Thanks for hanging out. I'm glad we got a whole module of DSP done. The past couple of videos have been kind of boring working on mute and other things like that. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you. What's today? Monday. I'll see you all Wednesday. So.